What's good, everybody? It's your main man, Ulfhednar, and today we will talk about the weapon tier list in New World, and this is nothing else but the weapon itself, not a build. I can make a specific video for meta builds, but this is only the weapons itself, alright? Nothing else. So let's dive straight into it. Now, if you don't agree with all this, with any of my opinions, it's completely fine, completely perfect and natural. What would it look like if everybody would agree on everything? So let's get to it. So in my opinion, S tier always has been and will be right here, despite the nerfs. Even the future nerfs with riposte, it will still be super OP weapon. For healers, whatever. Just not for healers. Sorry, take it back. Just for the weapon itself. Great toolkit. It has everything. Damage, defensives, mobility, everything. Now, what I think is B tier is blunderbuss. Now, I know. Simmer down, calm down. Some of you might not agree with me here, but I think blunderbuss, despite it can one-shot, it can one-tap, in wars, whatever, the weapon itself is not too bad, but I feel like it's too predictable. Same story, in my opinion, is Great Axe and Warhammer. Story, again, weapon itself, not a build. Don't look at this as a build. Alright, weapon itself, these are heavy weapons. They are super easy predictable once you get used to them. The heavy attacks, the skills. Somebody drops a gravity well from a Great Axe, you use a skill away from that. You can see it flying, so you can already roll dodge backwards to get away from that. Warhammer, same story. Animations take so long that you can see it coming from miles away. Now, what I think is pretty good weapon after its buffs, I would put this on A tier. Leaping Strike got buffed, very powerful. The Shield Bash, I know they nerfed the combos, but again, weapon itself, this is pretty decent. What I think is hard to say with Boy Gauntlet, honestly. But from my recent experience, now I was away from the game for 6-7 months. I came back, so I can see the changes and the buffs nerfs they have done to weapons. So with Boy Gauntlet, my experience, I know it is the buff, Dispel, it is somewhat the heal, the damage, Fortify, the rend, or maybe it's void damage now, it's no rend anymore. Never had a problem with it. Boy Gauntlet itself again, not a build. Now, Ice Gauntlet would go A tier, Ice Shower, the Blizzard, that will still be top, one of the better weapons, despite the nerf as well. Now, Godlike, an absolute beast, always will be, always has been. Lifestyle, that will never change. It's the only healing weapon for now, but it will be like that. It will stay like that. Now, weapons itself, I think is bad. Musket only hits well if the target is lightweight. Alright? Let me tune down the volume on this music. It got a bit wild there. So what I think musket, I know you might think it hits a lot. It kind of does, but again in OPR. Another weapon here is bow. So musket is a bit better because it's hit scan, so I would put bow right next to it. I know you bow users would say otherwise here, but this is what I think. Bow again is kind of easy to predict when the target is gonna shoot, in my opinion. And I don't think it's hard to get to it. Musket is much worse, in my opinion. I'm a melee build. Now, hatchet would be something between here, but this is a blank spot, so I'm gonna put it at S tier. Simple reason, Defy Death, super powerful. Berserk, movement speed increase, and a heal. That itself could be a gap closer, because movement speed, you're getting hit while you're approaching a target. If you're not gonna roll dodge, you're gonna heal back from the Berserk. You're also uninterruptible, so nothing can stop you besides the CC like root or stun. You cannot even be knocked down on the ground. Now we got Fire Staff. Fire Staff itself, I would put that here. I would say that's fair. flamethrowers. Hold left click. Yep, you know how it is. Now, these two weapons, right? We got spear and we got the Greatsword. I put the Greatsword here on purpose because I've been testing it. You might have seen me on stream, play PTR, been testing Greatsword. I have 10 masteries in there, almost level 35, I believe. So we're gonna go with spear. Spear is undoubtedly S tier again. Especially if you get the perks for spear. You got Skeever perk, where it applies a weaken on the target, reducing its damage. If you have it on weapon, it's 44% damage reduction from the target. That's insane. If you put Fortify, Perforate, weapon perk, you have almost a full 45 cap from those 3 hits from that one skill. This is just crazy. Hatchet, same story. Like, you have Infected Throw that has stamina reduction, a debuff on the target. That's really powerful as well. It does a lot in PvP. Now we get the newest weapon on PTR in upcoming patch in Brimstone. But so far from my testing, what I've seen, and testing certain combos, read through the passive combinations, I would put it here. Now, things may change from PTR. It most likely will. But if you toggle those two stances, Onslaught and Defiance, I believe it's called, you can either heavy attack to proc the Onslaught stance, you can hold for block for 2 seconds to proc the Defiant. It's just too crazy. You guys will see. I will make a video specifically for Greatsword, what I think about it, what could change probably, the combo is for Greatsword as well. And I have a feeling the scaling on this weapon is a bit off. It hits much stronger. I was at level 30 something with my friend Yui, shout out to Yui, with tier 2 sword. He had tier 2 sword, Greatsword, and it hit like a truck, which was way below level, this weapon. So, weapon itself, not builds. I will make a meta build video as well, if you guys would like to see that. Now, I think that meta build video will be pretty stable for some time, but besides at least until Greatsword. But that video will be without Greatsword because it's hard to test in combinations. This is just straight my experience from weapons, coming back to the game, seeing the changes after 7 months. If you guys don't disagree, hit it down below in the description, in the comment section. Unleash the mayhem, boys. Unleash the fire. I want to hear your opinions. If you liked it, I'm super happy. If you don't, I'm happy as well. Again, that's nature. Natural if we disagree on some things, but until next one, you guys have a good one. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a good one. Peace out.